Welcome back yet again to another Twin Cap. We're going to be reviewing Twin Peaks Season 1, Episode 7. I'm Tyler. I'm here with Jake. How you doing, Jake? What do you think of this episode?
Um, well, as far as how I'm doing, relatively speaking, I'm doing okay because I've got a bed to sleep on and a roof over my head. But on the other hand, I'm $80,000 in debt. I'm stuck in a city I don't like, and I'm beginning to grapple with the crushing reality that I'll never be able to find a job that pays well. So,
But we have Twin
oh,
Peaks, so it makes it
we
better.
have Twin Peaks. Um, I think for episode six, I said like episode six was my favorite, but it's like every new episode, I'm like, this is my favorite episode.
That's how I feel about this one too. I watched it really late last night because we agreed to record it earlier today, and I was like, "There's no way it's going to be better than the previous episode." And this is the one leading up to the finale. The That those episodes are never the best, but this was so good. Like it was definitely my favorite so far that we've watched.
Let me ask you this before we dive off into it. Do you have a favorite shot? Because I damn sure do. My
In the
favorite shot from
episode,
this episode. Yeah.
I don't know if I have a favorite shot. What's yours? I can't think of one off the top of my head.
I can't remember the exact context of it. They were snooping around like the gang, what's it called? The Brookhouse gang? Is that what they're called?
Oh, the Brookhouse Boys. Yeah, yeah.
Brookhouse boys. They're like investigating, and there's this shot where they like see a building or whatever, and it's like all four of them lined up.
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, that was
Was
the
that
one.
was this episode, right?
No, that was the last episode. Remember, I said that was the
Oh,
one that
really?
reminded me of Severance. Yeah,
Well, we can just clip that and throw it in this episode six. Sorry, guys.
no, yeah.
Um,
We get a little confused when we watch the episodes back to back, but they're so like it's starting to feel like a movie. The episodes are just flowing so nicely that I do the same thing where I think of other things in previous episodes. But this one was still great. This is the one where it opens up with he's talking to Audrey in his bed, Cooper, and he's just like, I can't get involved with you. And then we cut to him going with Truman, and they decide to go undercover at One Eye Jack's, where Renault, however you say his name, is involved. So they kind of prep for that, which is fun. I mean, it's really fun. But then we cut to Shelly and Leo, which was a big cliffhanger in the episode before that, where we're like, did he die? He's not dead. He's outside the house, like staking it out.
of
Bobby runs
course.
inside, and you're just like, dang, this guy cannot die. Were you bummed to see Leo still alive?
Man, I kind of expected it. You know what I mean? I'm still pretty convinced that Bobby is going to be the next one to go. If they could just write a scene where they somehow kill each other at the same time, that would be like my ideal scenario. But yeah, and then like, what did Leo hear on the radio? He heard something about. Did he hear about the bird? I guess he heard about the bird.
He
He's
heard
like, oh
about the
shit, I gotta go
bird
kill that bird.
and he went to shoot it, and the bird's dead. But there's a recording device next to the bird, and Cooper heard it, and the bird's like, Leo, no, Leo, no. So they're gonna get this fucking guy. They're gonna get him.
They're gonna get him, man. And then like, I love how like they hear that and they're like, let's go gambling. And they go out to Jackie's or whatever the hell that
Yeah, One Eye Jacks,
bar is
a
called.
very unique scene. For some reason, it reminded me of The Hangover. Have you seen The Hangover before?
Yeah, we watched it in San Diego. Remember?
Oh yeah, we did watch it. Yeah, yeah. The scene like where they all get ready to go gambling and count cards. I don't know why. It should made me want to watch The Hangover. Like whenever we got to that scene. But then on the flip side, you had James and Donna with
They have their own
Madeline,
little
who
scheme going on.
yeah, they were looking for the diary, but she found the tapes, and they're all monologues addressed to Jacoby, but they're missing one, and it's very important because it's the one on the night of her death. So they come up with that scheme to for Madeline to distract him because she looks just like Laura. And James and Donna go and do their thing, but in the background, Bobby is trying to plant cocaine on James's bike. But the biggest question of this episode is whose POV is watching James do that? Because there's an ominous POV
Mm-hmm.
in the woods that's kind of creeping around. And that's the big question of the episode is like, who is this? Do you have any thoughts of like who that could be? Do you think it's a new character, someone we already know?
Man, I want it to be some bullshit plot twist like Laura or something. But man, at this point, if they add another fucking character to this insanity that they've set up, because it's like they really did a good job of making this feel like a town come to life. and
Yeah.
you're watching this town. It's almost got like a cinematic universe feel to it. Um, it better be fucking Leo or somebody, because if they add another character to this, I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, I can't keep any of these names straight as it is.
Yeah, I know. I'm starting to get a little confused with each new character that they add because I'm so into the drama of the main people we see. But it's always kind of fun to get a new character because you're just like, who's this? Like, and how
Mhm.
was this new person involved with Laura? Because you know that they probably were somehow, or
Right.
someone who Laura knew. But then Audrey's also doing her own thing, being a chaos agent. She's working at the department store, which is where Laura worked before she died. She held the same position. And then she goes over to One Eye Jacks. Remember, she goes over there and tries to apply under a false name towards the end of the
Yeah,
episode.
and then the whatever her name is, the like the head of the casino, or casino slash brothel, she like sees through her shit.
Yeah, she's like, no, absolutely not.
And what I find funny about that is it's like, well, first of all, there was the whole cherry stuff. Oh, I can tie a cherry
That's the thing
stem.
that makes her go like, okay, you're hired. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, it's funny to me because I kind of read that scene as like, Audrey is good at intimidating different people and kind of being smarter than everybody else in the room. They're kind of writing her that way. But I read it as because of that scene where she meets her name's Blackie, I guess, the madame. I kind of read it as like as Blackie being like, "Oh, I used to be you. Like you can't bullshit a bullshitter, honey. Like I was you when you were younger. When I was younger."
Yeah, I'm starting to like Audrey a lot more because I think I said in like our episode 2 or episode 3 recap, I wasn't really able to get on her wavelength like you were because I think you said that she was your favorite character at the time. I'm not sure who that is now. I'm going to ask you when I'm done, but Audrey's slowly becoming one of my top 3 characters because she's just like she's sneaky. Anytime she's on camera, she's scheming. She's not just there to be there. It's not going to be a boring scene. She's always, trying to do something. And each new twist with her is more and more interesting because she just does not care and she's not afraid. So is she still your favorite character or has that changed?
Probably so. I'm understanding Cooper a little bit more with each passing episode. Or at least I think I am. I don't. I'm hesitant to say I understand anything about the show because every episode makes me more confused. Um, I'm starting to dislike Josie
That's a weird. It's
because,
getting weird. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead and speak on that.
well, it's like again, like I thought I understood this character, and then it throws the whammy with the she's teaming up with Audrey's dad, like maybe having an affair with Audrey's dad, and the sheriff Truman doesn't seem to know about it. So I still don't fully understand what's happening there.
And she's also standing next to Hank at the end of it, which is Jennings' guy or whatever who just got out of prison or whatever. So it's yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't remember, what happens with her, but like she's going through a completely different arc than what I expected because she seems so innocent and you
Yep.
feel sad for her because she's getting taken advantage of by her sister-in-law. But now you're like, wait, is she actually worse than the sister? Like what is she planning to do? Was she actually kind of this bad person all along? But she always looks very sad and uncomfortable in each scene that she's in, even when she's with Audrey's dad and especially with Hank. You're kind of like, is
Yeah.
this character who we think she is? What do you think about her? Do you think she's going to end up being like bad?
Man, if she's getting in bed with Audrey's dad, she can't be innocent because that dude is
Yeah.
a sleazeball on the
Yep.
level, maybe not on the Leo level, but certainly at least on like the Bobby level. Like this dude's like a total sleazeball. Like I said last time, like the worst like stereotypes about lawyers, like this guy kind of personifies. So if she's doing deals with him and it's keeping secret, like I can't see a scenario in which she's actually the good guy that we thought she was. And it's kind of like I just feel like I can't trust anyone. But if I had to pick one character that I feel like I can trust, it would be Ed. But Ed is having an affair of his own. He's kind of
He's a
being
liar. Yeah.
he's kind of has his own, his own little dirty secret stuff going on. But he feels like I said before, like he kind of feels like an elderly uncle of mine that I used to know. Um, so like it just intuitively, I kind of like I recognize him the most, I guess.
And you could say the same thing about Truman too, because he seems like a very good guy, but he's kind of seeing Josie on the side, and like everyone, there's really no good character other than I think Cooper. I still feel like Cooper's probably because he could have taken advantage of Audrey in that moment.
He was tempted. You could
You
tell that
wanted to do it.
McLaughlin was like playing into the like, somebody stop me.
Yeah, but for him to have that moral compass of like, no, like I cannot do that because this investigation is so important. We've got to get down to this, and if I get with you, it's going to be messy. So I think, from my perspective, he is still like the only good character in this town, and the only one you can trust because he's not involved with anyone in that capacity of like the crime or the murder, and he just wants to get to the bottom of it. But the great writing with Audrey, the acting with Audrey's character and Audrey's dad, because they literally seem like a father-daughter duo. They're both scheming. Like you can exactly see why Audrey is the way she is because her dad is the same way. He's always up to something.
Mm-hmm. Man,
Um,
if I had to put one flaw in this episode though, it's that Donna kind of took like a really back seat,
oh yeah, she's
and
very much so.
like she was just kind of there for the scenes that she was there for, which I didn't like because I thought she was an interesting character too. But now it kind of seems like she's barely a character right now. So I hope that in the coming episodes they're able to kind of do something with her again.
Do you think so? To wrap things up, kind of on our thoughts with this episode, do you have any predictions for the finale? Do you think somebody's going to die?
Yeah, dude. There's no way someone doesn't die. Like they have made the audience desire death upon Leo. They've made me hate Bobby as well. They've shown us like at least five other sleaze balls, and you can tell like it's all coming to a head in certain respects. So there's no way we don't get somebody's getting a cap in their ass. Somebody.
Do you think I'll ask this question again once we wrap up season one, but as far as, what you've seen, with the context of this is a show that came out in 1990, it was, directed by David Lynch. It's very different than anything else that was on the TV. Do you like this season of like TV? Are you into it? Do you think it's awesome?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not. I'm avoiding the Twin Peaks subreddit because
Oh yeah, don't go on there. Don't go on there.
I know that that's like a path to destruction, and I'll get everything spoiled for me. But I'm ready to finish the show and like join the subreddit so I can just talk about it with like fellow Twin Peaks fans because it's one of those things like I've always seen it. Like even growing up, like I would see like as part of growing up in the Agents of Shield fandom, people would make all kinds of like oh would Agent Cooper be a good Shield agent or some shit like on Tumblr and Twitter and stuff, and I just didn't really know what the hell they were talking about. So it's cool to finally be able to join this fandom.
Yeah, doing that, like finishing the show and going on the Reddit, it's experiencing the show like in a completely different way because seeing all the theories and what people come up with, you're just like, oh my gosh, I didn't even consider that.
To what degree does the next episode, the season finale, to what degree does it provide closure? Do you think?
It's a good question. I can't remember at all what happens in the finale, but I think if I had to predict that we're going to get a little bit of closure on some things, maybe, but there's still going to be a lot more questions, and there's just too much going on in this episode in particular and in the show right now to wrap up in the next episode. There's just too many pieces. Like when a show jumps from different characters to another subplot, you can tell it's a masterful show when you're into every single subplot. And that's how I feel with this one. I don't know if that's how you feel with this, but there's like five or six different things going on right now, and they're all very interesting. There's no way that they can give us closure on all of that. I think maybe for one or two, we'll have a little bit, but yeah, we'll definitely have more questions too.
It's really crazy to me that we're going from an 8 episode season to a 22 episode season. Like that's an insane jump.
Yeah, this is like the true like okay, here's your legit season of TV. Go 22 episodes, and it's crazy. Like I think it's definitely a little bit too long, but it's still great, just like being in that world.
Yep.
So yeah, we will be reviewing the finale very soon, probably tonight or tomorrow. We'll have that out very soon. Where can the people find you?
JKH Bennett, Bennett. I am on Letterboxd, LinkedIn, and TikTok. I say that in a different order every time.
Yeah, me too. For some reason, this part always makes me the most nervous. You can find me on Tyler Tompkins, TikTok and Twitter. We will be back soon with the finale recap.